Kai is an outcome of decades long of extensive research in the field of early childhood development, where the first 8 years in the life of a child hold a lot of significance, as skills like interpersonal skills, cognitive skills and communicative skills are being established during these 8 years. And it is our firm belief that, of course, a child's ability to capitalize on these significant years is directly related to his or her environment, which is why the design that we did for Kai is also responding to the fact that the environment is in fact the third teacher for a child. The design program that we created for Kai is based on Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, which theorizes that a human being does not have a single intelligence but various intelligences based on linguistic abilities, artistic abilities, cognitive abilities as well as socio-emotional abilities. So the spaces that we have designed for Kai are basically responding to all these activities, which eventually come together to form the entire floor plan. Our approach to design has been very child-centric. So when we first started looking into how Kai was going to evolve, we started visualizing spaces through the lens of a child. So much so that we were basically drawing free-flowing amoebic forms on paper. We were scooping out spaces and developing these tentacles of the amoeba to form into the various learning pods that we were going to offer in the design. All of this has now come together. Rather, one such amoebic form has come to life in the form of Kai. From conception to construction and well beyond, the developmental needs of children have been kept in mind while designing Kai. So right from the beginning, where you enter the premises of Kai, the curvilinear patterns of the building guide the movement of a child into the school, and this is through a variety of occurrences like the tactile surfaces, the sensory walkway, the sound and musical garden, the mounds as well as the play structures, and not to mention the herb and the vegetable garden. This herb and the vegetable garden is an integral part of the learning experience of a child at Kai, where he or she is going to pluck the fruit or the vegetables, take it to the kitchen, and thereby have a very hands-on learning culinary experience. Play being a very important part of the development in the early years, we have given a lot of importance to active play areas. So all throughout the campus you are able to see active play structures, mounds, you're able to see rock climbing walls, sand pits, water play based activities, as well as some passive play areas for the children to explore. As one enters the building, there is a sense of wonder or a sense of awe in the mind of a child, where you're entering a space which is flooded with a lot of daylight, since there are two skylights, one at the entry area, one at the storytelling area. And it is quite amusing to see a child sort of lying on the floor looking at the blue skies through the skylight. Not only that, on days the framework of the skylight also casts a very peculiar spider web kind of shadow on the floor, and children actually love that. They love sitting in this area, looking outside, looking at the sky, and this is a really magical experience. We believe that learning is not restricted to the indoors alone, and specifically for this age group in the early years, lot of their learning happens in the outdoor spaces, which is why at Kai we have provided seamless indoor-outdoor connections, be it the smaller learning decks or the deck which leads you from the art zone to the outside, or the covered cafe areas. The plan as such is an open plan where the spaces flow into each other. However, we have been mindful in distinguishing these areas by providing flooring patterns, or by means of ceiling patterns, or by means of acoustic divider screens. We are sensitive about the needs of a child. There are times when a child could have bad days, and on days like these he or she wants to retire or wants to be in a cozy corner or in a smaller silent nook. In order to address that, there are various cave spaces that we have provided at Kai. A very sort of one which is very popular amongst the children is the one under the staircase. Various zones like the storytelling zone with step seating, dramatic zone, dance areas, dance and music areas have also been incorporated into the spaces. Now, although an open floor plan, areas where acoustics is highly important like the dramatic zone, the music area as well as the dance area have been provided with enclosures. In order to address the anthropometry of this age group, a lot of our surfaces on the wall that are provided with tactile surfaces like pegboards or soft boards or interactive walls like the Lego walls basically start at skirting level, and we have taken them up to 4 feet height so that they are easily accessible to a child who is barely maybe 2 to 4 feet in height. Not only that, the exterior windows that we have provided are also at a level where there is a constant direct visual connection from the indoors to the outdoors. As far as the overall design theme is concerned, we have left the color palette quite simple in terms of just timber and exposed concrete and whites, such that the soft boards on which the work of the children is going to be displayed will actually be catching the attention of the entire premises. Now also security and safety is of prime importance at this age group. So all the furniture that we have provided have rounded corners, so much so that even the structural columns in the building which are in exposed concrete are actually circular columns. Personally, the journey of Kai for me as an architect as well as the entire design team has been very, very satisfying, and it will hold a special place in our hearts for years to come. We have been able to translate the futuristic dream of the Kai team into a buildable form, and it's very heartening to see the children use every nook and corner of the space the way we have envisioned the spaces to be. Not only is Kai a one of its kind of a project in India, but it has also gained international recognition at this point of time, and it's been a very satisfying experience to be part of the entire journey from conception to construction and well beyond that.